That viral clip going around, it shows Andy Byron, the CEO of a billion-dollar tech company called Astronomer, caught on the Kiss Cam jumbotron at a Coldplay concert, hugging and holding his employee, Kristin Cabot, the company's head of HR. And the moment they realized they were on the camera, she covered her face. He ducked down to hide. And then it went viral. Hundreds of millions of views and counting. It went fast everywhere. But the real question is, why did it go viral? Because it reflects what many people are already doing behind closed doors. It gives everyone a chance to laugh at something that hits a little too close to home. It makes betrayal look normal, even exciting. People didn't share it because they were disturbed by the ethics. They shared it because it was juicy, because it felt familiar in all the wrong ways. And that is the problem. We like to think we're a civilized society. We tell ourselves we care about integrity and loyalty and truth, that we are faithful. But when it comes time to actually live by those values, we joke, we scroll, we minimize, we look away. That moment at the concert, it was a mirror. And instead of being disgusted by what we saw, we laughed like this is entertainment. And that should shake us. This should be a moment to wake up individually and collectively as a society. Because just look at how people are responding to this. You should have acted normal and you wouldn't have gotten caught. Why did you bring her to a public place? Like, seriously? We're not even talking about the ethics here. We're just talking about how to cheat better, how to hide it more efficiently, how stupid he was to bring her to a public space. Basically, how to get away with it. That's the society that we're in right now. An ethical society would say, I should not have been doing that in the first place. I'm married. I made a sacred vow, and I'm committed to live by it. An ethical society would question, how did this become so normalized? How have we allowed this to spread like it's no big deal and it's a joke? How have we lost our moral compass? How do we start holding people accountable again? How do we raise the standards? And how do we use this example to evolve and learn and become better human beings? This is not about gossip. This is not just a moment. It's not entertainment. It's a reflection of who we have become. We are laughing. We are joking. We are gossiping. We're pointing the fingers. We're buying merch and making memes, treating it as commonplace, while children, spouses, families, and entire companies are suffering. Instead of being appalled by this, we treat it like it's a joke, when in actuality, it's disgusting that this is happening in our society today. It is no joking matter to talk about how he could have not gotten caught or how he should have been smarter. That's not clever. That is sick. And the fact that I even have to say this out loud, that's the most disturbing part of it all. These kind of viral moments in our society and how we respond are a reflection of us. We've become so desensitized, so numb to what actually matters. Marriage is not sacred anymore. Family isn't protected. Vows and commitment don't mean much. We scroll past infidelity like it's celebrity gossip, like it's just drama for our entertainment, not devastation for someone's family. And that alone tells us exactly where we are as a society. When we stop feeling that weight of betrayal, we also stop honoring the people, the values, and the commitments that hold trust and connection together. And here's how we should be talking. If you didn't want to get caught, you shouldn't have done it in the first place. Be honest. Do the right thing. The truth comes out eventually. What is in the dark will come to light. You got what was coming to you. You were not doing the right thing. You were not being honest. You were not being moral. Not in a vindictive way, but in a truth-telling way, in a way that is anchored in your values, your ethics, your morals. Because if you had any integrity, you wouldn't have to worry about a kiss cam or getting caught. If you're unhappy in your marriage, tell your spouse. Be honest. Be an adult. Do the moral thing. Don't go around pretending like you're committed while sneaking around like a coward. And why isn't everyone saying that? That this wasn't a good thing that happened. Now it's out in the open. Now it's being known. We live in this bizarre, upside down, backward society. And now some people are even saying, don't expose him. Think of the kids. Keep this secret. Yes, this is awful for the spouse, the kids, but that doesn't mean we help him hide this immoral act just to protect the kids. Protecting lies and hiding the truth of what's happening does not protect the kids. This is on him, his unethical choices and his unethical actions. And we also need to stop saying we all make mistakes. This was not a mistake. It was a decision, a conscious, repeated, planned, and intentional decision that happened over and over again. Oops, I fell into her vagina is not a mistake. That's a decision. That's a choice. That's deception, and that is betrayal. You are married and did something horrible to your marriage and your vows. This is not a whoopsie, I made a mistake moment. That is a moral failure. That's betrayal. That's infidelity. That's cheating. And those words, they sound very harsh for a very good reason. You should be ashamed. And guess what? They were. She covered her face. He ducked out of view. That is shame. And that shame, feeling that shame, is appropriate, because when you violate trust, when you lie, when you betray the people who love you, shame is appropriate. Shame is not cruelty. Shame is consciousness. It's a signal that something in you knows better. It's your soul saying, this is not who I want to be. We need to reclaim shame as a tool for growth, not erase it. It exists to hold up a mirror, to show us when we're off track, so we can get back into alignment and level up. You should feel bad when you hurt people who trust you. You should feel guilty when you betray your partner, your family, your employees, your own integrity. Guilt and shame are not the enemy. They are the start of accountability. And if we as a society, if we hold strong moral standards, if we expect truth, loyalty, and character, then we create a culture where everyone is invited to rise up to that. So you should be ashamed when you cheat, not to be humiliated, but to be called higher. Shame means I'm not proud of this. I want to do better. I want to be better. That's what growing into a better human being actually looks like. And as a society, we need to hold each other accountable to do better. We need to stop turning away, laughing, or joking when it's uncomfortable. We need to stop making excuses for betrayal. We need to stop glorifying people who live without integrity. Shame has a place because it draws a clear line between what builds trust and what destroys it. And when we collectively say this behavior is not okay, we invite people back into alignment. We say, you don't have to keep living like that. You can come back to your values. You can grow, but you can't pretend that this is fine. That's real compassion, and that is real progress. Because guilt and shame, when they're rooted in truth and not bullying or appearance or something that you can't control, but in behavior, in choice, those emotions help us become the kind of person we actually respect. That discomfort, that's where growth starts. And when you stop feeling it, that's when your soul goes numb. So let's be the kind of people who feel because we care, who face the consequences because we want to evolve, who own our shit because we can rise higher, not sink deeper. So let's stop laughing at destruction and start rebuilding trust and morals and integrity together. And also, we need to look at what these venues are doing. Some venues now are saying that they offer camera-free zones at concerts. Like, really? So now we're designing spaces for people to cheat in peace? You're not solving the problem, you're enabling it. We are now playing into this as a society to say, yes, I will enable you to hide. This is okay. You're condoning this too? If you act with integrity, you have nothing to hide. So why are we not questioning this? And you are not in an intimate relationship if you're sneaking around. Because what are intimate partners supposed to be? It's someone who you tell every little thing to, and you wouldn't tell anyone else because you trust and love them. You care about their feelings, their needs, and they care about yours. If you're in a relationship and cheating or lying behind their back, you're lying to them and yourself. If you are not honest and transparent with your partner, that is not a partnership. That is not love. That is not respect. And if you don't have that relationship, then get out. That is your choice. But do not fool yourself. And you want to talk about growth? Well, this is how you grow. Be honest, be transparent, be clear, get therapy, face your feelings. If the relationship is not working, end it clearly and cleanly, and then you can pursue something new. That is integrity. That's adulting. And that is being an ethical, honest human being. So do not blame the media. You got caught? That is on you. Don't blame the kiss cam. Don't blame the band. Don't blame the person who filmed it on their phone and put it on TikTok. Blame yourself. How dare they film me? No. How dare you do that to your wife, to your kids, to your employees, to your customers, to yourself? And let's be real about corporate responsibility. He was the CEO. He was supposed to embody the company's values. She was the head of HR. She was supposed to enforce the company's ethics. But instead, they acted with selfish, reckless disregard, betraying not only their families, but the trust of every employee under their leadership. You can't lead a company when you're destroying its culture from the inside. You can't ask for integrity while living in contradiction. And luckily today, Astronomer announced that Andy Byron has resigned as the CEO, but Kristin Cabot is still listed on the company's website as Chief People Officer. If this company actually stands for ethics, they should let her go too, because you cannot hold the flag of people and culture while violating its core. It's not personal, it's about alignment, and it's about accountability. And we need to hold each other accountable. This moment should be a wake-up call for all of us. This isn't about shaming people for things they can't control. It's about calling people higher for the things that they can, their actions, their integrity, their ethics, their choices. Hold the line, speak the truth, and be a moral person and leader in a society that's forgotten what that means. Don't normalize betrayal. Don't glorify cheating. Don't justify cowardice. Hold people accountable for their actions, and don't let it slide with jokes. We are way better than this.